London is a world city and it's growing at the rate of 70 or 80,000 people a year. In January 2015 it will be larger than it's ever been before at about 8.4 million people, and that will be 9 million by 2018 and probably 10 million by 2030. Those are enormous challenges for this city and it needs a transport system which can cope with those challenges.
My feeling is that London is more than a city. It's a metropolis. It's made up of several cities, towns. And the great feature of it is that for a metropolis, it's extremely livable. Rail stations and the role of TfL in terms of buses, trains, and what have you, are great value because land value follows convenience and access.
Transport for London's property portfolio covers 5,700 acres. You'd think it's an agricultural estate, but it isn't. It's in the heart of London, and that's what makes it so special. But it's not just about size. Most of these sites are around transport nodes, and we've learned over the last decade that it's developments around transport nodes that are often the most successful.
Historically, we used to dispose of assets, particularly property assets, when we didn't need them anymore. That gave us capital. These days we've got a medium to long-term investment plan and a reasonable certainty of funding for that plan through government and other sources. What's really under pressure now is revenue expenditure, where our grant from government is going down and where we need to find alternative sources of long-term income. And that's why we now want partnerships with commercial and property developers in order to exploit our assets to give us long-term income streams.
It's entirely logical for Transport for London to want to bring in strategic development partners. It's for developers to contribute their creativity and their technical skills to bring the most out of these sites, and that will be for their benefit and for the benefit of Transport for London.
The benefits of London's principal landowners working in partnership is because it creates broader opportunities. It allows us to create areas that are much more than the sum of their parts, and allows us to be able to maximise the opportunities and the benefits from any individual site, opportunity or area of London. When people align their interests and work in partnership, we always achieve a much better outcome.
The underground team has to work very closely with the commercial development team and with developers to ensure these things happen. You know, where we've had major station modernisation programmes going on site, the only way that really delivers is if the guys doing the building, doing the construction, are able to establish an effective relationship with the operations team on the ground who are delivering the service every day to our passengers. I think that's exactly the same with the commercial development opportunity. We've got to make sure we early on establish those relationships. I'll be doing everything I can to ensure that my senior team and the teams locally running stations establish those relationships.
What we're looking for from a partner is, above all, someone who can work in genuine partnership with us over many years. Beyond that, we're looking for someone who can bring together the skills, the money to help us unlock the value of those sites in the long term. This isn't about short-term cash, it's about us identifying a partner who can work with us in order to understand what's the right answer for each location across the portfolio.
We're very fortunate at Oscorp. We've got some great connectivity. We've got the 3 tube stations. We have what's known as a peak toll rating of 6. We have the best public transport accessibility rating you can probably have. And that means we can build at scale and at density. But we can only do that by working in conjunction and partnership with public landowners like TfL. There's some massive public benefits that are going to come out of looking at a place holistically together with the public sector. The Earls Court site is a great example of what TfL can do for London.
TfL is prepared to invest in joint venture opportunities, not just in terms of putting its land interests into the joint venture, but cash funding alongside joint venture partners. That's the approach that we're already adopting with Capital & Counties at Earls Court, and for the right opportunities, which of course we would need to evaluate, we're prepared to do that in the future.
We have a huge estate that can be exploited. We already have our bus stations, such as the ones we have at Vauxhall and also at Hammersmith. easily capable of further development. We have all the opportunities we have on our estate that involves highways. Old Street Roundabout is one example of that, but there are many more. All of these examples are great opportunities for big commercial development here in London for the benefit of us, for the benefit of the developer, and of course for the benefit of the travelling public here in London.
This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to be involved at the start in a project that will transform London.
What we're looking for now is serious, committed partners to help us take forward those sites and develop them for the benefit of Londoners and for future generations. If you're interested, please stick with us, get in touch with TfL, get on the website, look at our project and build the movement.